So let's talk about augmented reality glasses a little bit. I think that within the next 10 years or so, people will start using this type of glasses, like in just when walking about in the city, etc. So the reason that they haven't been really in use yet is because the sort of AR glasses that have been available, like I think that was like Google's like Google Glass or something like that, is because they kind of so far they've kind of looked ridiculous, not like normal glasses at all, and they have been sort of bulky, and third they have sort of had this type of sort of video camera basis in them. And that wouldn't be a problem, of course, if it weren't for the bulkiness. But because it is bulky, then that creates a problem with the camera. So, but they're sort of doing it with other types of other ways of sort of keeping track of where you are, which is like echolocation and things like that. And then you can reduce the bulkiness of the AR glasses and still know where you are and still get the sort of understand what's around you, or the glasses can understand what's around them. So, I predict that this technology will come into like widespread use in the next 10 years or something like that. And mostly because they're already in even in like close to production. Many of the sort of many of the these type of AR classes are already close to production, and they will be eventually cheap. At first they will be quite expensive, but eventually they will be cheap, just like mobile phones now. And almost everyone in the big cities will be using them. And the thing is, you can also now you say, but what if you have what if you actually need to use like actual glasses and you have like a problem with your eyesight, and that's no problem, because that's one of the things that these AR glasses are like capable of fixing. So they can actually be made into such a way that they also fix your eyesight issues. So at the same time, so they are basically like normal glasses as well as AR glasses, and that's why I predict that they will be in widespread use like reasonably soon, in the next like around 10 years is what I think. But they are definitely coming, even if it's not in the next 10 years. How will these glasses then change how we sort of interact with our environment, etc.? First of all, I want to talk a little bit about a game called Pokemon Go. So what Pokemon Go does is that it sort of shows these Pokemon out in the wild. So when you go around and you walk around, you can see and you put a Pokemon Go on your mobile device. Then you can sort of see the Pokemon around in your like familiar neighborhood, even though obviously they only exist on your phone. But then you can. What if that was on your projected into your eye? Well, what if you sort of saw it on your glasses as if it was a real thing? It sort of makes the line between reality and sort of illusion and fantasy and fiction are much more malleable when enough people are using this type of technology, this type of sort of visual technology, then it can be said that even reality can be manipulated. Then what's real and what's virtual will not be immediately obvious when you're wearing the glasses necessarily. And the better quality the glasses are, the less obvious it will in fact be. And well, first of all, what this will do is that obviously this will make all sorts of businesses want to like get their details up on the glasses, so that when you walk in a city, you can sort of see all these businesses that you didn't necessarily even know about, but which you can now see on your phone. If you open up like the map and see what's close to you, you can see, oh well, there's this business in that building and there's this business in that other building and stuff like that. Even if they don't have like a big sign outside the building, you can still find out on your phone what, where these places are. So you will be able to do that with the augmented reality glasses, and you will sort of see these sort of advertisements also on them. When you look at a building, maybe there will be a small advertisement that pops up where there's like let's say it's a bar, there's like someone drinking some, I don't know, quality whiskey or something like that. And then these sort of businesses will have a much easier time sort of reaching out to people. But most of all, I'd like to say that this is sort of this will create a lot of new types of games, because obviously if your reality sort of becomes this malleable little experience, then obviously that opens up the way for more of these Pokemon Go type of games. Except maybe it's a role-playing game, and maybe you're sort of soldier fighting evil monsters in the sort of city environment, and or something like that, and it will seem totally real to you, because that sort of reality will be projected on your augmented reality glasses. So you will literally see it without having to use any other device. And I don't know what that will do, except that people will behave in increasingly odd ways. If for someone who isn't wearing those glasses, it will seem that people are behaving in odd ways if they are playing that type of games. But on the other hand, probably most people will be using those glasses, so I don't know. I mean, so basically it's like, I don't know. Basically, people won't think that it's odd, probably. Most people won't think that it's odd. But someone who isn't wearing those glasses, so for example, maybe older people, etc., who just don't want to wear those glasses, for example, they will think that the behavior of people who are younger and are wearing those glasses will be extremely weird. And I think that some of the best games that people will ever make will be made once those glasses are widely available, and once they are in like almost as common as mobile phones are now. And I'm kind of looking forward to it. I never really liked the current AR glasses, so I definitely understand why they are not didn't become popular, like Google Glass and stuff like that. Because no one wants to wear glasses that look so out of the ordinary. People want People want to basically put on their ordinary glasses and have the augmented reality in them. Especially now that like these sort of processors, microchips, they're extremely small. They're like nanotech basically. So you can fit those into the glasses. And the biggest problem is sort of like powering them with where do you put the battery and then how do you sort of perceive the environment? Those are the big problems. So the Google Glass did it all wrong, because they basically put them sort of in the frames and stuff, and then they had the camera too. Whereas maybe if they had echolocation, it would have been better. And maybe if they didn't have maybe if they had used the budget to sort of do some sort of nano battery or some sort of odd looking battery that sort of runs through all of the frame of the glasses. So it's like a really long battery, but it's just sort of spread all over the frame, or something like that. I don't know, but basically once these AR glasses look the type that they can be worn, they fix any problems that you might have with your eyes, if you have problems with your eyesight. Once they do those things, they will be super popular, like super popular, just like mobile phones. And Yeah, I think they will change society a lot. So I'm kind of, but I think this will be like a very fun time for a lot of people, especially the gamers, because yeah, I'm expecting to see some like exceptionally amazing games that come out of it, and maybe like some current games, maybe they will be upgrades so that you can sort of play them in your current environment, and sort of interact with stuff out there while you're moving about, and it sort of does something in the game, and you see it in your classes, and yeah. But the one negative thing that will come out of it is that reality will become even more sort of distant to many people, because it will seem like reality and the virtual world will blend in sort of a seamless way when you're wearing those glasses. So, but yeah, that's about it.